Howdy guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Auntie Tay. If you guys are new here, that's who I am, and if you're not, welcome back. Alright, today I'm doing something I've never done before, which kind of needs time to be able to do this video, but I'm basically reacting, not necessarily reacting, but I'm bringing up old things in a good way. So I am going through, I went through a lot of my old tutorials, and there's a part of me that is always like, and I think every YouTuber does this, we look back at our old videos and then we go, I really wish I would have done this or that, but then there's also this really special part of a video being older and reminding you, like, look where you started from, look where your camera quality was, look where you were living, look where you how big your kids were, or all these things. And so I went through my old videos actually intending to recreate some of my old ones, but then I realized I don't want to recreate these videos. I want to talk about some of these old videos that I think might need a little bit of an oomph because they were done pretty well and they're great DIYs. And some of these have a little bit more views and some of them don't. And I just kind of wanted to react to some of the old ones because I think that they were so, like, I've always been a great DIYer, haven't always been a great YouTuber, but like that took time, but my DIYing has always been like good. So I look back and I'm like, that was such a good DIY. And some of the videos are pretty good. So I compiled 9 of my favorites that I think should be watched if you've never seen them. And if you have watched, I'm gonna react to them, maybe give you a little bit of behind the scenes, pop-up video. It's kind of like pop-up video style. Does anybody remember that? Did I just date myself? Pop-up video? Okay. Photo board. Some of these I'm gonna click on just to remind myself because I made this list a while ago. Okay, that's what I thought. So I have redone cork boards forever. I don't believe in buying new cork boards, and they're so easy to revamp and change to match a room over and over that this was probably the first one I did that I filmed, and this was so cute. So watch this tutorial. I'm going to watch it a little bit and just kind of give you an insight on like where I was at the time when I filmed this video, what is even on it. So I do remember this Minky fabric and their bunk beds. These were like free bunk beds that I got and chalk painted up, and oh, like you guys are gonna see in any of my reaction videos to my old videos, I started my YouTube channel when we were getting out of debt. My husband was a student at the time, so I was building my business on a budget. So when I look back at these videos, I'm like, oh my gosh, you literally had to get so resourceful for this DIY. I had like this old scrap box of fabric that I just had lying around that I had been keeping for projects just in case I needed fabric, and this tutorial just used that. So if you want to see a really cute way to make a cork board, this was super cute. I even used little bling and stickers and clothespins, and it was really cute. I love this tutorial. This is such a good tutorial, and I did the little corners and the ribbons. I think I had a bunch of ribbon stockpiled too for this, so didn't buy anything for this tutorial. Love that. Okay, the next one is headbands. Oh, okay, so this video I do want to redo because it is such a good tutorial. And then I lost my voice, and I haven't lost my voice ever. I think this was the only time I was sick enough to where my voice went away. And I made this tutorial. All right, so my battery just died, so that's cool. Anyways, I'm back, and I can't remember where I was at. I think I was saying that video was in the very stages of my YouTube channel, which meant that I was trying to bring out like these really cool techniques that people would see, like I'm actually a cool DIYer and I know what I'm doing, and Hunter is deciding it's time to play. So if you hear him, that's what's happening back here. Anyways, so I lost my voice, and then I was like, you know what? And I'm pretty sure I did this before everybody started doing this. I don't think that they took it from me. I think it's just one of those fun things that happens to pop up in some people's minds. I was like, I'm gonna have Dustin do the voiceover, and I'm not gonna tell him what I did because I had no voice, so I couldn't tell him. So in this video, I am literally having him do the voiceover for a tutorial that is pretty extensive. Like, there's sewing involved and pinning and hand sewing, and it's these really cute headbands, and he just totally like ruined the whole tutorial with his voiceover because it didn't make any sense. But if you watch the video, the tutorial itself is so cute. So this is one that I do want to redo, but I think you could potentially see what the tutorial is if you watch it. But the tutorial itself is really funny because Dustin did the voiceover. And so after that, a bunch of YouTubers started having their boyfriends do their voiceovers or their dads do their voiceovers and random people. But I did it like a few years before everyone else did, and it wasn't because I thought it would be a trending thing. It was because I legit didn't have a voice for this video.
You got black with white polka dot fabric. It's got to be that long. Check both sides, make sure there's no spiders.
Okay, the Tom's laptop bag. Tom's used to be really big. I think people still wear Tom's sometimes, but Tom's used to be really big. So when I made this tutorial, it was cute, but it kind of gave the idea, like, if you buy something that comes with a cute bag, reuse the bag for something that has the brand on it, so then you've got that brand for something else. So I did the laptop bag, and I think a no-sew makeup bag, which I did not add to this list, but I took 2 different DIYs from the Tom's bag, which again, using things that I had on hand, which Tom's were a little expensive. Why was I buying Tom's? Anyways, so rosette flowers. This is a nostalgic video for me because it's I believe the first tutorial I used my DSLR on, which I was a photographer before I became a YouTuber, and so I had the DSLR, and I didn't realize that all YouTubers who had actually like gotten to a point of being able to afford a DSLR were using their DSLR. So when it clicked, I was like, I have that. That's what I use for my business. So I was ready to kind of like jump into the game, but then I was like, but I can use my photography skills to get final shots. And so instead of taking photos of my girls, I took live video, and it was just this like realization of this crossover in this video, literally, when I was like, I am now taking my love for DIY and my love for photography and turning it into this live tutorial thing that I'm going to be running with on YouTube. And that rosette flower was like the first DIY that I remember being like, people need to know how to make these. People are going to want to know how to make these rosette flowers, and I'm going to be able to bring it to life through a YouTube video. So this was in the earliest stages of me going, this is my thing and this is what I want to do. So it's really kind of cool to look back and just go, I like this tutorial a lot, and I love this tutorial, and I just remember filming each step using photography skills and being like, I want this shot to be like creative, and I think it was a really good video. So if you want to know how to make flower rosettes, it's out of fabric. It's super easy, and the tutorial itself was really good. Shirt backpack patch. This is a cool tutorial. So I think I looked back at it and I was like, you know what? I think I would totally redo this tutorial if I had more time on my hands. I don't have a lot of time to DIY anymore. When I first started my videos, my kids were little and home all day, and we had to do a lot of fun DIYs to stay busy, and so this was really fun to reuse things that we already had to create these DIYs. And so this backpack is a really fun, cute DIY that is really easy, and you could definitely do if you're in need of a new backpack or you have an old shirt laying around. So cool tutorial. I love that. I talked a little bit about this technique in the backpack video and where I was in life on that, and like why I needed to save money to create these tutorials. So it was really cool. But I touched more on that. Okay, the monster hat. The monster hat, I think I did twice. And one, I just wanted to get it out with the monster song from Skillet because I love that song so much. And then I redid it because I wanted it to be the tutorial and not get taken down, just in case like copyright ever was taken down. You can use copyright music on YouTube, but you just can't monetize it. But the monster hat is so cute, and I just remember having the girls wear the monster hat. It's just cute. It reminds me of Scrump. Oh, I should do a Scrump hat. I just realized, but it reminds me of Scrump from Lilo and Stitch. Like it's very like handmade, kid looking, and I think I even had the kids make them in that tutorial. It was super cute. Okay guys, the duct tape wallet. The duct tape wallet is still by far probably one of my best DIYs out there. How did I start making the duct tape wallet? My niece was making duct tape wallets and selling them at school, and I was like looking at it and I was like, this thing's really cool. And then I was like, how could you make this better? And then I was like, it's flimsy, it needs some like sort of reinforcement. And I was like, it could use a snap, it could use a wallet holder. So I just was like, let's make this thing super cool. And fun fact about me, before I was doing the YouTube tutorials, I was actually photographing steps of my DIYs. I didn't really understand the concept of a blog, so I was putting them into these PDF printable templates, not printable, like downloadable tutorial templates that I didn't really know what I was gonna do with. I was gonna try to maybe sell them on Etsy. I was just kind of dabbling in the DIY world. I didn't know I wanted to jump into the tutorial world, but I had put these tutorials together. I did like boot covers, a bunch of random ones that I was like, oh, I could do this. And the tutorial for the duct tape wallet was so good that when I started filming tutorials, I was like, oh, I need to film that duct tape tutorial because it's so good. And that tutorial is legit and you guys should make it. Duct tape wallets are not around that much like they were for a second. Like 10 years ago, they were all the rave, and I revolutionized how to do them. So if you want to bring them back, do it that way because it's so good. I remember I made them for Christmas presents for everybody one year, and they legit loved them. Flower letters. This I've done in, I think, numbers and letters, and not only letters for the girls, but I've also done them in letters for booths and events. They just look so good when they're done, and they're so easy. So this flower letter tutorial, good tutorial. If you've never seen it, you should go back and watch it. And then sunglasses. I added this sunglasses video to the best DIY Disney video list I made as well. But these are still by far one of my favorite DIYs that I practically used all the time until I broke the sunglasses. So I talk a little bit more about the sunglasses in the Disney list of my favorite Disney DIY videos I've done, but I added it to this one too because you can do this with other fabrics. You don't have to do it with Disney fabrics. You can do this with sports teams and lots of things. So those sunglasses, RIP, they're gone. I broke them, but yeah, so I talked a little bit about that. Okay, so those are my, how many did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 old videos that I think should be watched by all. If you have not seen those, if you have seen those, comment down below and let me know if you've been a subscriber since some of those videos have come out. Those were from days before I probably even had 1,000 subscribers. So I doubt if you have seen them unless you have been a watcher and you have gone back and watched videos of mine. But I wanted to bring those up, and I apologize in advance if you watched the headband one with hopes to learn how to make the headband. But it's a really cute tutorial for little girls or just to have headbands for yourself or whatever. It's a cool tutorial. But with that, those are my favorite old old school videos from Auntie Tay. Enjoy them if you do go back and watch them. I absolutely love all of them, and for different reasons like we talked about in this video. But I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.